As part of brief reminder, the school was established in 1984, which began at its temporary site at Holy Cross Primary School, Pankshin. The idea of establishing the school was a handiwork of the youth wing of the Panchin District Development Association. The establishment of the school was solely aimed to provide education to an average Panchin district youth who could barely gain admission into the scarce government institutions then. The school was named after a hero, a warrior, a leader, a champion in the Langkuk Gokom, who ruled not only the Ngas nation, but the then Panchin division, which comprises Panchin, Kanke, Kanam, Lantang, Shandam, Mangu, Bokos, and some part of Taraba State. The division was one of the largest. His relationship with the colonial masters saved the central and the southern plateau from becoming slaves to jihadists. In fact, it was in his own wisdom that he requested that Kabir and Ampere district be brought back to the then Plateau province from Bauchi. He ruled from 1891 to 1917, where he was murdered on the 26th September 1917 on an official duty to Tal district. The aim of Speech and Prize Giving Day is to bring stakeholders in educational industry together with a view of evaluating, charting better ways of improvement. We often use this occasion to raise funds for the development of the school. You will agree with me that education is one of the most expensive sector and also the least funded in Nigeria. Furthermore, at occasion like this, it provides better opportunity for parents, guardians, and school management to assess and appreciate individual students, staff, and other personalities who have helped the school to excel in different fields of endeavors. Today, we are glad to inform you that we are sending off 151 JSS 3 as against 108 last year and 83 SS 3 as against 53 last year. The graduates are before you, invited guests, parents, and guardians. These younger ones need our advice in order to succeed. The moral decay in our society is at an alarming stage, and so they need our pieces of advice. To our dear graduates, on behalf of Langkuk community, I wish you the best in your future endeavors. Our heart desire for you is excellence in service, but for you to excel, it requires hard work, determination, humility, and most importantly, prayers. As a reminder, you are in a generation where certificate alone cannot place food on your table. It may interest you to know that Nigeria and the world at large has imbibed entrepreneurship. It means you don't have time to waste. I wish to challenge you to learn a skill or more, pending when you get admission into the tertiary institution. And again, do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. Your choice of course of study at the tertiary level should not be centered on white-collar job, but on self-reliance. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to advise parents of these graduates. My candid advice is do not force them into career choice. Guide them to choose what they can be able to drive joy and fulfillment rather than struggle with a career and end in regret. Let their choice match with abilities. Must we all be doctors? Must we all be lawyers? Must we all be engineers? Must we all be teachers? And if the answer is no, there is no point forcing our children into choosing career. You will agree with me as teachers that of recent we have 2 students who, after attending lessons in SS1, SS2, and SS3 in art class, then they finally find their destination in the science class. Of such, what will we get out of them? If all your stay in this school was in the art class, and then at the end, some parents are saying that you must go and write the exams in science class. So I wish to pause here and inform parents and also advise parents that we shouldn't force our children into a department that at the end, they will not be able to make anything. Secondly, as parents, let us engage in learning a lifelong skills rather than spoon feeding them with money and other valuables. Just like the Chinese proverb will say, teach them how to catch the fish, not how to eat the fish alone. More to that, globalization has positively impacted the quality of our life, but its negative influence upon our youth is so devastating and alarming. Some include cybercrime, pornography, cyberbullying, and etc. These and many other are posing hard edge to parents. I'm advising you not to take your parents to their early graves. There is a total number of 45 staff, both teaching and non-teaching. And out of them, 35 are teaching, while 10 are non-teaching staff. And out of the 35 teaching, 22 are holders of first degree and 2 master's degree. And then 11, we have NCU holders. We're ending the session with 1,009 students, including JSS 3 and SS 3. SS 3, 92 registered for WAEC, while 78 registered for NECO. And I guess last year we had 863 students. Academic structure. We have structured our subjects into 4 departments. Each department is being headed by a HOD. The departments are sciences, business, technology, commercial, arts, and humanity. We put together the commercial, then arts together, then we have it as humanities. A building project. Because of the rapid growth in the students' population and congestion in classroom, we deem it fit to raise additional classes so as to decongest the overpopulated classrooms. Again, we resolve to build a story building so that we can maximize our space. If you look around, you will agree with me that we do not have enough space for single building. Again, the old building we pulled down before erecting the story building was not in use because of multiple cracks. Furthermore, we have since turned our physics and chemistry labs into classroom, which we know is not right. Mr. Chairman, distinguished personalities, it was on the above that we embarked upon this project, despite the fact that building materials are exorbitant and our fees are very, very minimal of 14,500 naira. Yet, by that, we trust God not to walk by sight of the reality in our country, but by faith, believing that God will use you to bring our dream to reality. I now know why it was only Caleb and Joshua that believed God that they can conquer Jericho against the other 10 tribes. Because of the reality on ground. When we began the work, we discovered that a bag of cement was 11,000. But in less than 2 weeks, the price continued to rise higher. And before we complete part of the foundation, we bought cement at the rate of 12,500 naira. Just to tell you that except you are courageous, except by faith, otherwise we cannot continue with that project. But we believe that God is with us. And God is going to use you mightily to help us complete this project in the right time. The role of the PTA. The PTA is responsible for employing and paying salaries of 4 non-teaching staff. Furthermore, the PTA ESCO lightens our burden by donating 50 bags of cement, which costs over 500,000, to help us in the ongoing project. I thought maybe you clap better than this. Again, they do give food items to staff in order to alleviate the economic hardship. The role of the old students of this institution are contributing their quota to the school. Their doors are always open and always kept open for us to come in and table our requests to them. Our benefactors, we benefited from these people. This speech will not be completed without appreciating our donors. Firstly, the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator representing the Plateau Central Senatorial Zone in the Red Chamber, Honorable Diket Plang, who completed the fencing project which was initiated by PTA, but for lack of funds, it was abandoned. Right Honorable Dewan Kudang Bena Gabriel, the honorable member representing Panchin North in the Plateau House of Assembly, paid fees for the less privileged students in hundreds of thousands, and also subsidized WAEC registration for over 90 students, totaling 2 million naira. His kind gesture went a long way in reducing the hardship being faced by these parents. Langkuk community has lost count of number of times the Right Honorable Member Kunang Bena Gabriel, the one has come to Langkuk. He has positively impacted this school, and we are grateful, sir. Mr. Job D. Nungse also sponsored prizes in agricultural science from JSS 1 to SS3 worth thousands of naira. Our benefactors also include Lankosa said 2014, who do bring chalk to us. Last time they brought 4 cartons of chalk and a beautiful enlargement of the staff picture. Set 2014 are indeed a wonderful set. In fact, they have resolved to visit the school once a term to keep abreast with the issues in the school. So I wish to inform us here that there are plans in the pipeline to give us 1 solar light. And already they have purchased it. What is left is to get the pole and other accessories for them to donate to this school. That is why I said 2014 are a wonderful set. We also received a solar street light from Honorable Yiltawe Dauda, aka Dr. Black, an APC aspirant in the just concluded primary election for the House of Assembly, Panchin North. Challenges of the grant-aided schools. Mr. Chairman, invited guests, permit me to call on the caring and loving administration of His Excellency Honorable Barrister Caleb Mutfang to come to the rescue of grant-aided secondary schools whose grants have not been paid for long. Their challenges are enormous, and because of the harsh economic challenges, most of them have resolved to increase school fees, thereby forcing most parents to withdraw their worth, which the end result is closing such school. The role of the VA and the community-based institutions to develop quality education on the plateau cannot be overemphasized. If VA schools are responsible for the employment of large percentage of people that will have been jobless, we in the VA are confident in the time is now team leader, who is equally a product of the VA school, of course, BSS Ginbiri. Based on his achievement for the last 3 years, we are confident that Mr. Governor will put a smile on the faces as far as VA schools are concerned. Our achievement, Mr. Chairman, sir, ladies and gentlemen, when you look around, you need not be told that many private schools are struggling to survive, considering the harsh economic situation in this country. Thus, increasing the school fees to meet up hyperinflation seems not to be the solution, as most parents of our world are low-income earners who currently finding it difficult to pay the present fees of 14,500 naira and also to meet other demands. Despite that, we have been able to achieve a significant progress in these areas. We have successfully launched a website. By this, all our terminal exams, questions, results are online. And we no longer use the old dossier system of result documentation. Furthermore, we successfully conducted BECE and SSC mock tests via CBT. We were able to renovate the first building structure in this school, which had no veranda and dilapidated. Still, during this period under review, we were able to buy 2 grass mower for the school. This is to help us cut down grass at a minimal cost. Problem faced by the school, our problems are enormous. Few among them are lack of security lights within the school compound, need for metal seat to replace the wooden seat. The biggest is the need to build more classes which will accommodate the students. In conclusion, I want to use this medium to appreciate government of Plateau State in its effort to maintain peace and improving upon the infrastructural development of the state. We congratulate Honorable Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfang and his cabinet. We congratulate Honorable Diket Plang, Senator representing Plateau Central Zone, Honorable Adamu Babayo Gagdi, member representing Panchin Kanke Kanam in the Green Chamber, and Right Honorable Kudang Bena, the one member representing Panchin North constituency in the Plateau State House of Assembly. We stand with you all. Congratulate you in office. We pray God to give you wisdom as you steer the leadership of the state and your constituency. Honorable Chairman, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, do not leave us without making commitment to help us solve numerous of the problems we outlined. Once more, I want to thank you profoundly for finding time to attend this occasion with us, despite your tight schedules. May God Almighty grant you journey mercy back to your respective home. Thank you and God bless.